That was not the right place. The incorrect place. Evening. I need to change a couple things. Let me know how the volume is if I need to adjust. Let me just I only just found what I'm gonna read while I was actually setting up for stream. I wanted to take a week break. I wanted to not read Alice in Wonderland just because. Oh, background is a high. Oh, is it a bit too much? I can turn it down. Well, they're not sure, or is that good now? One more. That was wait. Why was that not so much more? Hold on. I do that. I do it. What if I do that? Is that better? Is it good better, or is it still another notch? Right. Oh. All okay, good. Alright, anyway, preparations out of the way. Good evening. Hello, Sir Cute. Hello, Haro. Greetings. Good evening. My apologies for missing earlier. Because of my karaoke, I did end up just kind of missing everything. Why is my eye not... Hold on, let me see my eye pressure. Can't believe it's come to this. Nope, that's not really helped either. Oh, has it? I didn't think I had any settings. Whatever. I have one eye closed. I have an eyelid infection that's decided to spark back up. So I'm actually keeping one eye one eye closed. Worse. The eye tracking is always a turn the eyes off and on again. Eye tracking is always a little bit funky. So, not eye tracking, eyelid tracking when it comes to V. Yeah. Is it? Wait, is it? Is it actually Pancake Day? Is it actually Shrove Tuesday? I don't follow holiday. I don't know. I don't know days. Tuesday. Wow, that's early. Isn't Shrove Tuesday usually in March? So early. Maybe not. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's fine. Okay, who knows? I don't really eat pancakes. To no one's surprise. I hope you're all doing well. I apologize. Why is that eye open now? Doesn't like me having one. You feeling okay? Yeah. And the lights on? I have my light on. One light. Do this. That didn't make it any better. If I turn the main light of the room on, number one, I have to go down into my mom's bedroom to turn it on. Number two, it buzzes so loud because it's one of the fluorescent lights, like you know the ones that you get in shops, and it's a loft. It doesn't have a normal light bulb. It has one of those tubes. That's the kind. It's creepy. Thanks. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. My eyes are fucked up today. I'll put the eye patch on. Back on. At least make be able to see the asymmetry. Double eye patch time. Tempting. Very tempting. I wish I had something like that set up. Drag it over and stick it over. Oh wait, hold on. Idea. This That's okay. No, that's not the solution. Hold on. Keep keep searching. Keep searching. I just had that. I just had that lying around in my folders. So but I thought it'd be fine. Sunglasses. Ah, that's big hat. Do I have? Oh, there is actually technically an eye patch that comes with YouTube Studio, but it doesn't match my... Wait, I can wear these. Perfect. Perfect. It's actually fits. Yeah, I actually kind of like this. Okay, I'm gonna remove the eye patch so that's not underneath. Okay, perfect. There we go. Done. Sorted. If the colour was red instead of pink, it would 100% match. Yeah, I don't think I can edit the colour in program, but now that I've done this, I might do some editing and try and make them red. Actually pretty good. I do kind of like this. Okay, anyway, stuff to do with my eye aside. Yeah, we're reading from the Penguin Book of the British Short Story 2 again. I wanted to read from the Japanese one, but I couldn't find it. It's gonna be somewhere in my room, but I've probably just put it aside somewhere. I'm not sure. Oh. And then I think next week we'll probably go back to Alice in Wonderland. I think next week I'll have the batteries and I'll be able to use the real mic again. But for the time being, Roald Dahl. I don't know. Is Roald Dahl such a big deal in America? Like I remember growing up with like a lot of Roald Dahl's stuff. Like he was kind of a big deal. Like a lot of his books for children over here. I don't know if it's the same in America. I mean, he got it. Like some of his books got like Charlie and the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is a Roald Dahl. So I mean, imagine it had to get somewhat big in America. Disney made a lot of them, really? I don't really think of any of his films as Disney. Because there's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. There's James and the Giant Peach. The Witches. I don't know if that got turned into a film. I don't know if that got turned into a film. That might have just been a book. Maybe I think of someone else. Yeah, I don't know. But basically growing up, I read a lot of his books for kids. I reckon if the books, if one of his stories is in here, this isn't one of the ones for kids. I didn't know that he did literature in other genres. So yeah, that is what we will be reading tonight. The music is fine, right? This song isn't just louder, right? I'm not just am I imagining things? The thing of Kipling. Oh, yeah, that's wait. Oh yeah. He did the Jungle Book and yeah. Background music is good. Okay. Yeah, Roald Dahl. Yeah, I know some of his stuff has been turned into films, but I don't think any of it's Disney. Anyway, but we're going to be reading Someone Like You. So, if you are going to be getting some sleep, do rest well. Get some shut-eye. Don't be like me and sleep at horrifically the wrong time. Those glasses needy streamer? No. They're a reference to a specific image of Lucia Uruha of former Hololive. there's an image of her that gets associated with a song, and I downloaded them for that, as I sung that song once on a karaoke, or maybe more than one. So I got the glasses. Are they needed? I don't think there are needy streamer glasses. I don't think. Right. So we will begin. I missed stream yesterday. I didn't karaoke a song last night. I hope not too much of that VOD got muted though. I hope you could at least watch the VOD if you want. But yeah, sorry for streaming at such an awkward time in the morning. It wasn't convenient for everyone, but I couldn't sleep, so I wanted to do something. Even if I kind of regret it now because I missed today's stream, but you know, this week has just been a little bit scuffed, a little bit of a mess, and just all of that kind of stuff after the interview and all that. Hopefully next week we'll be back to normal. I do have a dentist appointment. I go to the dentist for a checkup twice a year. So Wednesday is my dentist appointment. So I won't be able to stream then. But the rest of the week should be normal. Should be normal. Hope. Oh, before I get too tired. Let us read. Someone like you. Dear. Yes, dear. I gave the order and the waiter brought the bottles and 2 glasses. We poured out our own, tipping the glasses and holding the tops of the bottles close to the glass. Cheers, I said. He nodded. We lifted our glasses and drank. It was 5 years since I had seen him, and during that time he had been fighting the war. He had been fighting it right from the beginning up to now, and I saw at once how he had changed. From being a young, bouncing boy, he had become someone old and wise and gentle. He had become gentle like a wounded child. He had become old like a tired man of 70 years. He had become so different, and he had changed so much that at first it was embarrassing for both of us, and it was not easy to know what to say. He had been flying in France in the early days, and he was in Britain during the battle. He was in the Western Desert when we had nothing, and he was in Greece and Crete. He was in Syria, and he was at Habania during the rebellion. He was at Alamein. He had been flying in Sicily and in Italy, and then he had gone back and flown again from England. Now he was an old man. He was small, not more than 5'6", and he had a pale, wide-open face which did not hide anything, and a sharp, pointed chin. His eyes were bright and dark. They were never still unless they were looking into your own. His hair was black and untidy. There was a wisp of it always hanging down over his forehead. He kept pushing it back with his hand. For a while we were awkward and did not speak. He was sitting opposite me at the table, leaning forward a little, drawing lines on the dew of the cold beer glass with his finger. He was looking at the glass, pretending to concentrate upon what he was doing, and to me it seemed as though he had something to say that he did not know how to say. I sat there and picked nuts out of the plate and munched them noisily, pretending that I did not care about anything, not even about making a noise while eating. Then, without stopping his drawing on the glass, without looking up, he said quietly, very slowly, God, wish I was a waiter or a whore or something. He picked up his glass and drank the beer slowly and all at once in 2 swallows. I knew now there was something on his mind, and I knew that he was gathering courage so that he could speak. Have another. Yes, have a whiskey. Alright, whiskey. I ordered 2 double scotches and some soda. We poured the soda into the scotch and drank. He picked up his glass and drank, put it down, picked it up again and drank some more. As he put down the glass the second time, he leaned forward and quite suddenly he began to talk. You know, he said, you know, I keep thinking during a raid, when we were running over the target, just as we were going to release our bombs, I keep thinking to myself, can I jink it a little? Can I swerve a fraction to one side, then my bombs will fall on someone else? I keep thinking, whom shall I make them fall on? Whom shall I kill tonight? Which 10, 20, or 100 people shall I kill tonight? It is all up to me. Now I think about this every time I go out. He had taken a small nut and was splitting it into pieces with his thumbnail as he spoke, looking down at what he was doing, because he was very embarrassed by his own talk. He was speaking very slowly. It would just be a gentle pressure with the ball of my foot upon the rudder bar, pressure so slight that I would hardly know that I was doing it. It would throw the bombs onto a different house, onto other people. It's all up to me. The whole thing is up to me. And each time that I go out, I have to decide which one shall be killed. I can do it with the gentle pressure of the ball of my foot upon the rudder bar. I can do it so I don't even notice that it's being done. Lean a little to one side, because I'm shifting my sitting position. That's all I'm doing. And I kill a different lot of people. Now there was no dew left upon the face of the glass. He was still running the fingers of his right hand up and down the smooth surface. Yes, he said, it is a complicated thought. It is very far-reaching. And when I'm bombing, I cannot get it out of my mind. You see, it is such a gentle pressure with the ball of the foot. Just a touch on the rudder bar and the bomb aimer wouldn't even notice. Each time I go out, I say to myself, shall it be these? Shall it be those? Which ones are the worst? Perhaps if I make a little skid to the left, I will get a house full of lousy women shooting German soldiers. Or perhaps if I make that little skid, I will miss getting the soldiers and get an old man in a shelter. How can I know? How can anyone know these things? He paused and pushed his empty glass away from him into the middle of the table. So I never drink, he added. At least hardly ever. I drinked once, I said. Ground chafing. I thought I'd kill the ones on the other side of the road instead. Everyone jinx, he says. Shall we have another drink? Yes, have another. I called the waiter and gave the order, and while we were waiting, we sat looking around the room at the other people. The place was starting to fill up because it was about 6 o'clock. We sat there looking at the people who were coming in. They were standing around looking for tables, sitting down, laughing, and ordering drinks. Look at that woman, I said. That one sitting down over there. What about her? Wonderful figure, I said. The waiter brought the drinks. Did I ever tell you about Stinker? He said. Stinker who? Stinker Sullivan, in Malta. No. About Stinker's dog? No. Stinker had a dog, a great big Alsatian. He loved that dog as though it was his father and his mother and everything else he had. The dog loved Stinker. He used to follow him around everywhere he went, and when he went on ops, he used to sit on the tarmac outside the hangars waiting for him to come back. Called Smith. Stinker really loved that dog. He loved it like his mother, and he used to talk to it all day long. Lousy whiskey, he said. Yes, let's have another. We got some more whiskey. Well, anyway, went on. One day the squadron got orders to fly to Egypt. We had to go at once, Not in 2 hours or later in the day, but at once. And Stinker couldn't find his dog. Couldn't find Smith anywhere. Started running all over the aerodrome, yelling for Smith and going mad, yelling at everyone, asking where he was and yelling, "Smith, Smith," all over the aerodrome. Smith wasn't everywhere. Where was he? I said. He wasn't there, and we had to go. Stinker had to go without Smith. He was mad as a hatter. His crew said he kept calling up over the radio, asking if they'd found him. All the way to Heliopolis, he kept calling up Malta saying, "Have you got Smith?" And Malta kept saying, "No, they hadn't." "This whiskey really is terrible," I said. "Yes, you must have some more." We had a waiter who was very quick. "I was telling you about Stinker," he said. "Yeah, tell me about Stinker." "Well, when we got to Egypt, he wouldn't talk about anything except Smith. He used to walk around acting as though the dog was always with him. Damn fool walked around saying, 'Come on, Smith, old boy, come on.' Kept looking down and talking to him as he walked along. Kept reaching down and patting the air and stroking this bloody dog that wasn't there." "Where was it?" "Malta, I suppose. Must have been in Malta." "Isn't this awful whiskey?" "Terrible. We must have some more when we finish these." "Cheers. Cheers." "Waiter, a waiter." "Yes, again." "So Smith was in Malta?" "Yes," he said. "And this damn fool Stinker Sullivan went on like this right up to the time he was killed. Must have been mad." "He was. Mad as a hatter. You know, once he walked into the sporting club at Alexandria at drinking time. That wasn't so mad. He walked into the big lounge, and as he went in, he held the door open and started calling his dog. Then, when he thought the dog had come in, he closed the door and started walking right down the length of the room, stopping every now and then and looking round and saying, 'Come on, Smith, old boy, come on.' He kept flipping his fingers. Once he got down under a table where 2 men and 2 women were drinking. He got on his hands and knees and said, 'Smith, come on out of there, come here at once.' He put out his hand and started dragging nothing at all from under the table. Then he apologized to the people at the table. 'The hell a dog,' he said to them. 'Should have seen their faces.' He went on like that all down the room. When he came to the other end, he held the door open for the dog to go out, and then went out after it. The man was mad. Mad as a hatter. Oh, you should have seen their faces. It was full of people drinking, and they didn't know whether it was them who were crazy or whether it was Stinker. They kept looking up at each other to make sure that they weren't the only ones who couldn't see the dog. One man dropped his drink. That was awful. Terrible." The waiter came and went. The room was full of people now, all sitting at the tables, talking and drinking and wearing their uniforms. The pilot poked the ice down into his glass with his fingers. "He used to drink too," he said. "Who?" "Stinker. He used to talk about it." "Drinking isn't anything," I said. It's like not touching the cracks on the pavement when you're walking along." "Balls. That's just personal. Doesn't affect anyone else." "Well, it's like car waiting." "I always do it," I said. "What is it?" "Just as you're going to drive off, sit back and count 20, and then you drive off." "You're mad too," he said. "You're like Stinker." "It's a wonderful way to avoid accidents. I've never had one in a car yet. At least, not a bad one." "You're drunk." "No, I always do it." "Why?" "Because then, if someone was going to have stepped off the curb in front of your car, you won't hit them because you started later. You were delayed because you counted 20. The person who stepped off the curb whom you would have hit, you missed him. Why? He stepped off the curb long before you got there because you counted 20. That's a good idea. I know it's a good idea. It's a bloody marvellous idea. I've saved lots of lives, and you can drive straight across intersections because the car you would have hit has already gone by. It went by just a little earlier because you delayed yourself by counting 20. Marvellous. isn't it? But it's like drinking, he said. You never really know what would have happened. I always do it. We kept on drinking. Look at that woman. The one with the figure? Yeah, marvellous figure, he said slowly. Bet I've killed loads of women more beautiful than that one. Not lots that look like that. I'll bet I have. Do you have another drink? Yes, one for the road. There aren't any other women with figures like that. Not in Germany, anyway. Oh yes, there are. Killed lots of them. Alright, you've killed lots of women with wonderful figures. He leaned back and waved his hand around the room. See all the people in this room? He said. Yeah? Wouldn't there be a bloody row if they were all suddenly dead? They all suddenly fell off the chairs and onto the floor dead. What about it? Wouldn't there be a bloody row? Certainly there'd be a row. If all the waiters got together, put stuff in all the drinks, and everyone died, there'd be a God Almighty row. Well, I've done that hundreds of times. Killed more people than there are in this room hundreds of times. So have you. Lots more, I said. But that's different. Same sort of people. Men and women and waiters. All drinking in a pub. That's different. Like hell it is. Wouldn't there be a bloody row if it happened here? Bloody awful row. But we've done it. Lots of times. Hundreds of times. This is nothing. This is a lousy place. Yes, it's lousy. Let's go somewhere else. Finish our drinks. Finished our drinks. We both tried to pay the bill. So we tossed for it and I won. It came to $16.25. He gave the waiter a $2 tip. We got up and walked around the tables and over to the door. Taxi, he said. Yes, must have a taxi. There wasn't a doorman. We stood out on the curb waiting for a taxi to come along. And he said, "This is a good town. Wonderful town." I felt fine. It was dark outside, but there were a few street lamps, and we could see the cars going by and the people walking on the other side of the street. There was a thin, quiet drizzle falling, and the wetness on the black street ran yellow under the lights of the cars and under the street lamps. The tires of the cars hissed on the wet surface. "Let's go to a place which has lots of whiskey," he said. "Lots of whiskey, and a man with egg on his beard serving it." Fine. Somewhere where there are no other people, just us, and the man with egg on his beard. Either that. Yes? Either that or what? Or a place with 100,000 people in it. Yes, I said. Okay. We stood there waiting, and we could see the lights of the cars as they came around the bend over to the left, coming towards us with the tires swishing on the wet surface, and going past us up the road to the bridge which goes over the river. We could see the drizzle falling through the beams of their headlights, and we stood there, waiting for a taxi. Yeah, that's not one for kids. Also, no, not clipped. Don't clip me reading out the old man words. Also, I just want to say, yes, the third gender, women and waiters, real. Everyone knows that waiters aren't people after all. I can say this as someone who's been a waiter. There's always so many skeevy old men in your reading stories. There are, which kind of... Now, does that mean I just end up reading a lot of stories with skeevy old men? Or are old men just skeevy? That is the question. Maybe... I mean, old men in a book written in the 1930s, or maybe 1920s. I don't know exactly when this one was written. Would have been born in the 1870s, 1860s. That's we don't know what people were like back in the 1860s. That was a long time ago. We don't have any living memory of that kind of thing. Ord was like 30 then. I don't know. I feel like the only reason like the life expectancy was shorter in the past is because infant mortality was so high. I don't think 30 was old. 30 was probably like middle age. Didn't say how old. Biotic. Penicillin was penicillin discovered? Where? Oh god. Okay, yeah, no. Penicillin wasn't discovered until 1928. Jesus. How did humans survive? How did humans survive, actually? We must have had antibiotics at least a little bit before then. I would have thought. You don't want to know? I seem to remember... I seem to remember from my horrible science books. Wasn't... urine was sometimes used for some medical stuff, if I remember correctly. Herbal remedies, but no official antibiotics. The first known antibiotic. Oh god, it was 1928. Wait. No. First one. Well, the first one, the chemical was discovered that then became an antibiotic. 1909. They didn't know it was an antibiotic. They put witch hazel in your eyes to cure conjunctivitis. You got a cold, get ready for your medicine. Yeah, it's cocaine, morphine, heroin, and poppy seeds. Perfect. Do you feel better? Yeah, I don't feel anything at all. Perfect, you're cured. Congratulations. Odd medicine's wild. I love how everyone's like, oh my god, you could go back to the past and you could probably kill a medieval peasant with a Dorito. You could kill a medieval peasant with a Dorito. I doubt it. I doubt it. You're gonna take one sip of their medicine and you're gonna be the one that's down and out. And they're gonna be like, huh, yeah, pretty spicy. I don't know what this flavor is. Pretty weird. Pretty weird, you strange looking person. So, I don't think I have time to read. I would have to find another super short story. So I think we're gonna only have the one. And I wanted to stream because obviously I missed today's actual real stream. They'd be drinking black water. Pretty sure they'd be tough. Yeah. Yeah, they would. It's true. Hello, Dan. So plans for the rest of the week. What do I have scheduled for Sunday? Diorama building. We're continuing with the diorama runs. The schedule for next week. I have not decided what to do on Valentine's Day. Obviously, you know, it's a very important day. Not because of couples or anything, fuck that. But because obviously it's the day of the patron saint that I named myself after. So, my day. It's actually not my day. It's actually Daphne's birthday, so there's a lot going on. But normally I play like Jackbox or something. But I know that some people don't want to be reminded that it's Valentine's Day. And so I like to do a game that involves chat that can take our mind off it. But I've been hearing about some people getting some annoying visitors while playing Jackbox. As long as I start the category, it should be fine. It's fun. I'm thinking Jackbox. Yeah, me. Apparently there's been a bunch of people who... No. Apparently there are people who, they go into the Jackbox category. They find the VTubers, and then they start spamming them and like putting like general hate stuff into that. I can't be bothered with that. So much effort to deal with. I already had to deal with so many bots earlier this year. Such a pain. Just annoying. So I was thinking either Jackbox. I want to say Risk of Rain 2, but my CPU still won't be able to handle it because it's not like I've been able to upgrade. So my CPU is free hate. I got a straight. You free hate. Why do you want that? I don't know if I recommend that. But I guess sure if you want. I just remember the things going around Twitter and to mess with them. I'm a heavy advocate for just don't feed the trolls. I just think that not engaging with them in any way is normally the wisest. What else do I have that can be played multiplayer? There's always marbles. I don't know whether that's really good for like 4 hours. You could finish Papers, Please? That's not a group game. That's not... How are you guys supposed to join in with that? Come visit me as you bring your passports. I will inspect them for fake IDs. Please don't. I don't want to see your passport. No, I like to do something distracting on Valentine's Day so people don't think about the fact that it's Valentine's Day. Even if my name is a huge reminder at all times. Tetrio. Oh, that's a good point. It's been a while since we played Tetrio. Technically, there's also Terraria. Some of the hearts won't remind us. Yeah, no, I don't. Why would it remind you? Valentine's isn't real. Yeah, Tetrio is definitely an option. Literally scrolling down my stream right now, trying to work out what is Doom 95 death matches. I've never played a Doom game. Just be watching me die repeatedly. My jackpot, yeah. I'll think about it some more. I'll think about it some more. What we'll do. It may end up being I just put multiplayer game on the schedule and then we'll figure it out on the day with like polls and stuff. 100 people in one Factorio? Jesus Christ. I feel like I get sabotaged. So someone would make a pollution machine and just immediately annoy every single insect on the map. I feel like that is possible. Way. We'll figure this out. We'll figure something out. We'll do something. It's a normal stream day for me, so although I do normally just stream a Kami on a Tuesday. We'll see. We'll see. I have a few days to figure it out. It has been a while. It has been a long time. Done chess. Many options. Many options. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll figure something out. We'll work on. I'll work on something. But for now, I will leave you for the night. Good night. Okay. Ugh. Okay, it's fine. My eyes are definitely fully functional. Definitely not anywhere reminiscent of what you're actually seeing on screen. God damn it. I'm gonna rest up the next few days. I know that I technically barely streamed this week and I feel terrible about it. But that's because I am a very sensitive cat to stress. One stressful thing happens and my entire body is like, shut down, just die, just have every single system just die. Like what's going on? Why does everything feel terrible all of a sudden? I can't deal with stress. It's terrible. I wish I was better with it. But it is what it is. Saying it is what it is a lot cheaper than therapy. But I will see you guys on Sunday. Wow, I love what my eyes are doing here. Okay. Yeah. See you guys on Sunday for diorama building. This isn't, by definition, isn't easy to deal with for anyone. True. I guess it's just because I always grew up with my dad being like, oh, you know, stress is how humans always like do the best work. You know, all of humanity's best inventions are because you know people were surrounded by the stresses of like war and stuff. Huh? Have near-death experiences and not get stressed anymore? See, my stress mostly manifests very physically because I've gotten to the point where my brain starts to just kind of shuts off everything when I get stressed. So I'm not like, I'm just dead. I'm just physically deceased. This cat is sleeping. Wrong. They are deceased. That is me. I remember I'd say I need a hug, that'll probably make it worse. Who knows? Who knows? But hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll get better. But in the meantime, I will keep doing my best. And keep trying to be the cat that deserves your support and the kindness that you guys show me by being here. So, take care. Get something to eat. Get something to drink. Rest. I will also get some rest. So hopefully I'll see you all nice and refreshed on Sunday. Good night. Annyeonghaseyo.